Swansea City's under-19s tasted glory in the FAW Youth Cup for the 9th year running as they defeated Cardiff City's under-19s 3-2 on penalties after a 1-1 draw at the Liberty Stadium. And there were a number of impressive performers for the young Swans, some of whom could well hit the headlines on greater stages in the future. Here's a look at the youngsters who dazzled in the showpiece final. Kieran Evans, midfielder, the Welshman was the standout player on the pitch in the opening half, and he had the game's first real opening at the Liberty. Evans gathered possession on the edge of the penalty area before unleashing a low-strike goal that forced Cardiff goalkeeper George Radcliffe into a smart save. And it was Evans who was the orchestrator for the Swans against their South Wales rivals, with his pace and trickery causing Cardiff all sorts of problems. He possesses a remarkable amount of skill, but it was his forward-thinking style that will certainly excite fans the most. Evans was handed a well-earned rest in the final minute of regular time as he was replaced by Cameron Barry. The 19-year-old can be more than happy with his efforts against the young Bluebirds after putting in a showing that suggests he could have a very bright future ahead of him. Kieran Evans in action for Swansea City's under-19s Joe Lewis, defender. The centre-back's physical stature alone stood him out from the rest on the park. But it was Lewis' style and approach to the game that will be music to the ears of the Swansea faithful, hoping for another homegrown star to make the grade at the Liberty. Native-born Lewis was vocal throughout, helping to organise his side's back four while barking orders to those further up the pitch too. And he typified the Swansea way with his passing and determination to play out from the back, something that is clearly an objective for all of the age-grade sides below the first team. He's also a goal threat too. So much so that the central defender nodded home Kees de Boer's cross midway through the first half to give Swansea the lead in the final. The only blot on an otherwise unblemished copybook was his penalty in the shootout, which was stopped by Cardiff keeper Ratcliffe. Looks a real talent. Joe Lewis celebrates after scoring in the FAW Youth Cup final. Liam Cullen, striker, one of the most promising prospects among the Swans' talented batch of youngsters. Cullen is a name that followers of Wales's youth sides will already know about. The striker is a regular in Rob Page's under-21 squad, an impressive achievement given that he only turned 19 8 days before the Youth Cup final. He was unable to find the back of the net against Cardiff, although he did force Radcliffe into a smart stop after cutting in from the right onto his left boot before firing at goal in the second half. Cullen also showed brilliant awareness on the pitch, playing an inch-perfect through ball to pick out Evans in the area, only for his teammate to be thwarted by an excellent sliding challenge from Cardiff right-back Cameron Cox. As with Lewis, he was also unfortunate in the penalty shootout as his spot kick rattled the crossbar. But Cullen is another who can hold his head high after playing a key role in his side's latest success in the competition. Liam Cullen in action for Swansea City's under-21s in the Checkatrade Trophy. Others who starred for the Swans left-back Matthew Blake was similar to Lewis in that he was more than happy to play out from the back while he had an impressive range of short and long deliveries on the flank. And as many of those started to tire after a monumental shift, substitutes Mason Jones-Thomas and Koso Darame both looked incredibly threatening at the business end of the pitch with their pace. Kees de Boer also impressed with his deliveries, one of which was on the money for Lewis to head home the opener for Swansea.